Alright guys, so if Liu Kang takes it upon himself to, you know, do his 1-2, right? He's +3 on block, and his forward 4 starts up at what? 11 frames. So you need to take the next startup time of the next normal that you decide to use, and you need to use those plus frames and subtract that with the next startup time of the next normal that you decide to use. So what I mean by this is that since Liu Kang is +3 on block, and the next normal that he decides to use is 11 frames, he needs to take that +3 and minus that with 11 frames, and that's 10, 9, 8. So now that is actually a 8-frame normal, and it's no longer 11 frames. So when Liu Kang does this, he's still at risk of getting hit with my 7-frame move because I am 1 frame faster than he is, right? So I can easily jump up, but the problem is that if I jump straight up into the air, I get hit and possibly put into a combo. But if I jump backwards, I still get hit, right? If I jump forwards, I don't get hit. You see what's happening here? So you need to know what's going on here, because then you can punish him just like that, and then you can get a combo of your choosing and stuff like that, and then, you know, you can set up Kung Lao Z hat, and then do whatever the hell you're trying to do. You get what I'm saying? So Liu Kang has to be careful doing that. So what Liu Kang's going to do is he's going to check you. He's going to do that. He's going to go for his back one because it is a mid, and, you know, he can stagger it like that and then go for a throw. So you kind of have to be careful here because Liu Kang can do something like this. Now, when it comes to Liu Kang actually going for his string, he has to take into consideration that he has massive amounts of flawless block gaps in this, right? So he is -11, but if you have a 7-frame or 8-frame normal, you can punish him every single time he decides to do this. So if you predict he's going to do that, guess what happens? He gets punished and then put into whatever type of fancy ass combo that you want, right? So you don't necessarily need to flawless block. You could just punish him. You could just punish him, right? Now, when he goes for his low and he cancels the first hit just like that, he's -18. So he's going to get punished. So the way that he's going to do this is he's going to try and make himself safe by doing shit like this. So I highly recommend that you just block low and then work your way up from there if he tries to go for like his stance or whatever. But you're going to see what happens here. So if he goes for this, punish. Goes for this, punish. He goes for the third hit of the string, punish. You see this? So he has no choice but to amplify, and the problem is that if he's not, like, the problem is if you don't know anything about this, you'll end up getting hit because you think you can punish him afterwards, and that's what's going to happen, and then he can start up his own game again. Now, if you look at his recovery, it's literally 24 frames, so you have to be on point with your punish. And once the fireball kind of misses over your head just a little bit, that's when you want to hit. That's when you want to hit him, just like this, right? And then you can get, you know, obviously a big ass combo on him, and then do whatever the hell you're trying to do, right? You get the idea of that, right? So anytime he goes for his projectile, he's -18 on block. Now, obviously, he might amplify so he can make himself -3 and make himself safe on block. So you need to obviously watch out from that. And also, he can go for a stagger, so he is -7 on block. So just be on the lookout for that. Another thing that you need to look out for is his stance. It doesn't matter how quick he does the stance. There is massive amounts of flawless block gaps in this, and you can just block his overhead. Like, you don't have to flawless block any of these. That's the special part about it, because even if he did the third hit, like, I mean, he's at risk of getting hit. Like, literally, like, as you can clearly see right here, he's at risk of getting hit. It doesn't matter what he does, he will get flawless blocked, right? So, say for instance, he does it like this, right? What you could do is, instead of flawless blocking, you can hop attack. Or, if you're quick enough, you can hop like that, fuck him up, do your little thing, set up your Z-hat, do whatever the hell you're trying to do. Or if you just want to show him, like, dude, I know about that, you're going to have to be, you're not going to have, well, how should I put it? You don't want to be too predictable with Liu Kang's mix-ups, and you don't want to always keep using the string, because eventually the opponent will catch on to that shit, and then they will fuck you up. So you might want to be careful doing that shit. So pretty much this is everything, but the thing you need to keep in mind is that if you fuck around and press a button, guess what? Watch out from the parry. Which means what? If I predict that he's going to do that, he's going to get punished. So that's pretty much everything. I don't really have much to add here. I just wanted to talk about a little bit more details about his Chinese warrior string and give kind of like an update about it, because his forward 4 starts up at 11 frames now. So when he is +3 on block, and here's the thing, for people who don't know, when you're plus on block, you want to take the plus frames and you want to subtract that with the next startup time of the next normal that you decide to use. So since Liu Kang, his next startup time is 11 frames, it will no longer be 11 frames because he is +3 on block. So you do 3 +3 minus 11 frames, and that's what? That's literally 10, 9, 8. So now it's an 8 frame normal. It's no longer 11 frames. Now, when he is minus on block, say for instance he was minus 3 on block, what do you think we need to do here? He needs to add that to the next startup time of the next normal that he decides to use. So obviously Liu Kang probably would go for his back 1 instead. So he's minus 4 for instance right here. So if I decide to do this again twice in a row, right, I have to take into consideration that my move will be a lot more slower and I'm at risk of getting hit, right? So let's see here. Liu Kang does this twice in a row, right? So we take minus 4 and we add that to the next startup time of the next normal that we decide to use, which is his back 1 that starts at what? 9 frames. So guess what? 10, 11, 12, 13. You get it? 13 frames. Which means what? Which means what? Kung Lao's back 1, like not Kung Lao's back 1, but Kung Lao's forward 1 could stop Liu Kang for doing this. Kung Lao could actually back up and go for a punish on him, but why do that when your 8 frames can actually beat him out? This is the reason why knowing frame data is very important. There is a thing called a bar rate as well, but I'm not going to touch on to that because I already made a video back in the past talking about that. But this is pretty much how you beat Liu Kang's Chinese warrior string. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.